Welcome back to Sailing Sunday. Last week you joined us as we continued to explore the beautiful island chain of the Exumas, and most recently the incredible waters of the Exuma Land and Sea Park, exploring the famous aquarium.
Welcome to the Sea Aquarium.
Affectionately named after its resemblance to diving into a tropical fish tank. We also visited a sunken drug trafficking plane with a pretty interesting backstory, finishing off an incredible few days here with a visit to the gorgeous waters of Compass Key to visit the famous nurse sharks who frequent the area to hang out with the tourists, catch a back scratch, and an easy feed. We've absolutely fallen in love with this part of the world, but we have to be honest, during this season we've been keeping a pretty huge secret from you all.
Man, I'm so happy. Aren't you happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel real now.
It is.
Seeing it.
And we have to give a huge thank you to our amazing patrons for keeping this one under wraps for as long as you have, and also just being so supportive and excited for us on this next stage of our life.
Come on, give me some sugar, lay down.
So let's rewind back the last 6 months and let you in on what we've been hiding all this time.
I feel like it is. It's probably going to say negative just because we're building it up so much.
Come on, mate. You gonna be a big brother? Here we go. You're pregnant. Brittni's got a baby inside her.
Oh my god. Freaking out. Oh my god.
Well, you knew it was coming.
Okay, so the other day, Ryan and I took a pregnancy test, and I had a pretty good idea of what it was gonna say because I was 2 days late, and I'm never late. Like, it wasn't a surprise, but it was an absolute shock. If that makes any sense. But anyways, it's been about 5 days, and I thought, let's take another just to confirm. And I actually took 2 different ones, and what do you know? Oh my god. Very excited, but absolutely terrified. Ryan's so calm, cool, collected, it's irritating me. I'm like, how are you not more freaked out? He's so calm about it, and he's just excited. I will say, one of my pregnancy symptoms at the moment, I don't have nausea really. I have like this real, just underlying nausea that's kind of there all day long, but it's just sitting under the surface. Like, it's totally tolerable and I can handle it.
It's alright, let it all out. You alright, sexy legs?
Feels so good now.
Was that a yes?
I mean, we're having a baby.
Oh, Jackson.
I said he is if it's a boy already.
How do you feel, sexy legs?
Pregnant. Yeah. It did a little jump for us.
Yeah.
Bump check. 14 weeks. See anything?
Not yet. Words of wisdom from the pregnant, engaged fiance.
Don't go sailing when you're pregnant. Unless you have seasick medicine you're allowed to take.
Sure,
Which I don't.
Yeah, I bet you just sitting there chilling, eh? I know.
So it was finally time for us to spill the beans. We've had a little hitchhiker following along on this adventure with us since before we left the US. Already, baby's a prolific spearfisher, freediver, and all-around adventurer. And we're so excited to bring him along with us on all of our new adventures, although it might look a little differently moving forward. So now you guys are up to date, let's get back to the video where we were finishing off our day here at Compass Key.
Nothing like a smooth cranberry cocktail. Ah, how times have changed. Come on, muscles. All right, so we came back to the boat and had a quick bite to eat. Where we were with the nurse sharks, it was $25 for a burger. And we had food back at the boat, so we decided to forfeit the burger there, come back to the boat, have a quick bite to eat, And now we're on to the next adventure. We moved around the corner, dropped anchor, and now we're here. Jackson's not a happy camper though, but we took him for a walk on the beach because we didn't know what it was going to be like here, if we could bring him or not. So we thought we'll take him for a walk, leave him back on the boat. It's a pretty long walk, so we didn't really want to bring him on this just in case it was too much for him. But now he's not a happy camper with us. Whew.
I feel so bad not bringing Jackson, but we just started taking him to the beach. And I wasn't sure how long this walk is because we're just doing little beach walks right now. But he would have loved it here, eh? If you're new here, guys, it's because Jackson's recovering from heartworm. So we didn't want to take him for this hike today. We're just introducing him back into short walks on the beach until he gets 100% better. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. So please subscribe. It really helps us. It's free, and we really appreciate it. Now let's go check out this thing. What's it called? Bubble baths.
Yeah.
Bubble baths?
And I can see it crashing over right now.
Yeah, you got to come at high tide when there's a lot of wind. So that's like right now.
This is Rachel's bubble bath, and it is a very popular spot to visit here on Compass Key, where the Atlantic waves crash over rocks into a protected lagoon, creating a frothy, bubbly effect. Now, we don't really know who exactly Rachel is or why it was named after her, but we can definitely understand how it got the rest of its name. Now, there's a little bit of a walk to get to this spot, but as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. We arrived in the late afternoon and were lucky enough to almost have the entire place to ourselves, which is pretty rare for how popular this spot is. Now, looking back, it might have been a good idea to bring some water shoes to protect our feet from those pesky sea urchins. There weren't a ton around, but they definitely were there, and it really would have sucked to be unlucky enough to step on one.
You're looking for sea urchins as well.
This spot was so much fun, and looking back, we should have just packed a cooler with some cold drinks and snacks and parked ourselves here for the day. But we came, we conquered, and then we headed back to the boat to check in on the fur baby.
All right, so the bubble bath was definitely worth this stop. That was a really beautiful little, what the hell?
Sorry.
So the bubble bath was beautiful. It was really cool. It was a nice little walk in. It wasn't too bad. We thought it was gonna be longer than it actually was. And the Atlantic swell is really going, so we got some really good waves crashing over, and it was, yeah, it was incredible. So anyways, the anchorage we were in to go to the bubble baths was a little rolly, and we want to make some moves down south anyways. We're ready to continue on, so we picked up anchor and headed out. And our anchorage, we're actually heading over to Staniel Key, and it's not that far away, but everything's so shallow here, you really have to make your, like, some big moves around. So it's taking longer than if we were in a shallow draft boat, which is frustrating. That's why there's so many catamarans here. It's all starting to make sense. But yeah, we're just going for a beautiful little sail right now. It's super flat. The wind's coming from the east, so we're protected from the island chain. It's just the wind coming through, and we're just cruising along. We're probably gonna pull in just before sunset, and I've got some chicken defrosting, so we'll have some dinner and then call it a night. Oh, and by the way, I am wearing a top. I just looked back at that footage and I look topless the whole time. I'm wearing a top, people, not naked.
Good morning. Now you're probably wondering why my head is sitting here in the fridge right now. So we're over at Pig Beach in the Exumas, where everyone goes to do the tourist thing and feed all the pigs. But this morning, Brittany and I went to go walk Jackson on a beach called Dog Beach, funny enough, just around the corner here. And we saw this extremely skinny, starving, emaciated pig. Anyway, Brittany's still there now. I've just come back with Jackson because Jackson found him and was trying to play with him. and the pig was just, I don't know, doing nothing, just standing there trying to find food. I'm gonna go back there now. I'm gonna grab some fruit, got some oranges, some apples, a bunch of bananas, and give this guy some food because he is starving. Anyway, we'll show you guys. We'll talk a bit more about it when we get there. I'm sure Brittany's got some things to say. Let's go to Dog Beach and feed the pigs. Really?
He's eating peanut shells that have washed up the shore.
Oh, hey mate. You alright, buddy?
It looks like too, he's been attacked. Like if people bring their dogs here, I'm sure some dogs have attacked him.
Yeah. Should I just give him a whole apple?
Maybe try and break it in half with your hand if you can. Poor thing is so skinny.
Will he eat bananas?
I'm sure. He'll probably eat the skin, Ryan. He looks like he's been attacked.
Oh, sorry, mate. Oh, wow.
The only thing is
oh,
he smelt my iced coffee.
Yeah.
And he started chasing me. Like, he doesn't seem aggressive, but I've heard of some of them biting. So I got freaked out. We've come to this anchorage specifically to go to Pig Beach because it's one of the big draws here. We're on this other beach near it, which is called Dog Beach. They call it Dog Beach because all the cruisers bring their dogs here. And we didn't expect to see any pigs, and there's not, other than this sad one that's absolutely rough as hell. And it kind of makes you think about what are we supporting here. Like, we came here for Pig Beach, and then this is probably the side of it you don't see. This poor little thing has ended up on this beach one way or another, and it's pretty much stranded. It obviously doesn't have food. Nobody comes here to feed it. So he's pretty rank.
I might try and give him a full apple.
He's really, really skinny. Poor thing.
He's so hungry, hey?
I'm only used to seeing fat pigs. It almost looks like he's basically surviving off the scraps of food that probably wash up on the beach from all the cruisers.
Sit. Sit.
Sit?
Sit. Imagine if it sat. Sit.
Ryan, he's starving.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, he doesn't even know the apple's there.
It's there. Look, get back. Oh look, see, he sat.
Holy crap, see how quickly he bit that apple?
Oh, he's hungry, eh?
No, I'm saying that's scary if they bite you.
If you're coming here to Pig Beach, come to the Dog Beach and just feed this little guy. I feel like this is probably a pig from the Pig Beach that could have bit someone. They just dumped it here. Forget about it, you know? Get away from the tourist. And it's really sad, isn't it? Do you reckon? I mean, who knows?
There's a million different reasons it could be here. A drunk tourist could have gotten him as a baby and brought him over here thinking it was fun. You just don't know.
Yeah.
The reason we found him is because Jackson went back in the bushes and found him and started barking at him. Luckily, Jackson was really good. He was like trying to play with him and then he got scared of him. Now we're out of food and he's following us back. You're too big to come on our boat.
Yeah, we got nothing.
Although you're about the same size as Jackson.
No. I know. I know. I'm sorry, mate.
And off he goes back into the bushes. I'm sure the sun's not great for his pale skin.
Yeah. There's a little cow going now the way.
We'll go see if we can talk to somebody. I'm sure they know he's here, but see if we can do something. Cool.
This is Pig Beach, and there are a few theories on how these pigs ended up here. There's the shipwreck theory, which is a very popular one, suggesting the pigs were left here by sailors who planned to come back to eat them and never returned.
Oh, you like that, little piggy?
The most likely theory is that the pigs were brought here by locals from nearby islands and the tourist attraction is just a byproduct of local farming.
Oh, there's two.
And then there's the tourism theory. Some believe that the pigs were placed intentionally as a plan to attract tourists to the Exumas, and as word spread about the swimming pigs, it quickly became a must-visit destination. Regardless of how they got here, this place has a huge impact on Bahamian tourism, bringing global attention to the Exumas, which in turn boosts local economy. But with the rise in popularity, concerns about the well-being of the pigs has been brought up. Some efforts have been made to care for the pigs, building shelters and employing locals to come each day to feed and care for the animals. And although it's an interesting place to see, it's pretty obvious it's not a natural place for the pigs, and some are definitely struggling because of it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm getting in the dinghy.
They're getting the dinghy, that's where people feed them from. Brittni's getting scared now because this one keeps following her.
Everybody who's feeding them's leaving, so they're getting all fired up.
Oh, look.
This seaplane flies from Nassau every day to bring tourists to this beach. And to say that seeing where they took off was a shock is an absolute understatement.
Coming back to the boat now, I cannot believe that seaplane literally took off through the anchorage. Like, sailboats on either side of him did not give a shit about what was around him. Like, anywhere else in the world, I feel like you would not get away with doing that.
Bahamas, hey?
Welcome to the Bahamas.
Oh, Jackson.
I think now we're gonna maybe take Jackson to the beach one more time and then head out. Is that right?
Yeah. You know what? We did discuss, I mean, like that pig over on the dog beach looks like that hey mate, looks like that he did get dumped there or something, right? But when we spoke to the guy about it at the pig beach, he's just like, yeah, no, he goes, the whole island's full of them. He goes, they just do whatever. He goes, they just come here to get fed. Apart from that, they got the whole island to themselves. He goes, he'll find his way back soon. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it probably makes sense. There's probably just so many, but he could have just gotten beat up by the other pigs and left, you know? He just takes time out or...
We didn't bring food to go feed Jackson. We didn't bring food to go feed the pigs on the actual pig beach because we didn't really want to fully support what they're doing over there. Just we wanted to go check it out and see it for ourselves and see how we felt about it. They've got water, they've got shelter, and there's people that come and take care of them, and they've got the whole island to themselves. Now, with that said, we are gonna go back and feed that other one over here because he looks like he's a product of neglect. So that little guy probably is the darker downside of this whole pig island thing.
The other thing, it smells and there's poop in the water over there.
Yeah, it's not very nice. I'd be more worried about swimming in these waters. There's literally pig shit floating everywhere.
And think about the sand too, eh? So the sand over there must be like pretty disgusting because the one pig over here, when I walked Jackson this morning, peed and it was literally like a fire hydrant just like coming out the back. So imagine with like 50 pigs over there, that sand must be just like, you don't want to make water in here actually, do you?
No.
Oh, you want to make water in here. The amount of boats here and the pigs. But there was solid poo floating around everywhere. It's not like Instagram, is it? This is the reality.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Thank you so much to our patrons. It's because of you guys that we're able to keep these videos going. And don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Like and subscribe. It's got hair in my face. Ah, Jackson. Jackson says like and describe.
Describe.
Like and subscribe. He's really heavy. He's tricking me. Like and